In Cross Plains, and I've never been this part of the country that much before. And someone was stopping, taking a sign of the picture of, taking a picture of the city limit sign. I did a little bit of homework because whenever I go to a place I've never been before that I plan on staying through, not just driving through, I want to look it up and look at the history. Cross Plains was also before, in the late 1800s, known as Turkey Creek. And it has about a population of around 800 to 900 people. And mostly ranchers and farmers. The median income is around $29,000 for a family. About $30,000, I reckon. And we're on their main street. I think in the 1890s it was named, or 1880s, somewhere around there, it was called Cross Plains because it literally was a crossroads between military and stagecoach routes. Then a train came in, and this was the terminal for a train station or train company that ran all the way into the 1940s, I think, and then the train went away. There's the library, which we'll be going to. Standard Texas Main Street downtown. But again, I'm here because of the Robert E. Howard days. Now, when I was growing up, I didn't know anything about Conan or Robert E. Howard. My literary exploits were history and Greek myths and things like that. I didn't get into the fantasy until I went off to college. I had a roommate who introduced me to Tolkien. Alrighty. And that, of course, led one thing or another. And then after my year and a half of trying college, I enlisted. And that is when I really exploded into reading up on fantasy. Starting with all the standard fantasy fare, which included Sprague de Camp. And even a little bit of Michael Moorcock, who had ties with Robert E. Howard's works. So I am going to go to that museum right there, so I'm going to turn around, but I'll drive down a little bit. Here is, I believe, his house coming up, the Robert E. Howard home, which I'll be going to in a little while because they're going to have a table dedication today. Actually, I'll turn around right here. And then once I got to Hawaii, I read my first Conan books. And I can't be for sure if they're the fan fiction type. You know, there's a lot of Conan books that came out that wasn't by Robert E. Howard. Well, let's park right here. Alrighty. Or they're actually Robert E. Howard's reprintings from his Weird Tales. Alrighty, so I'm going to go in and visit this museum.